The feeling when you accidentally hit your cat in the face and they ask for dad.
Felix was on the stool, which is unusual. And Elsie was, whoops, so sorry. I'm sorry, Elsie. I'm sorry. Ouch. Sad. Yeah, I'm sorry, yes.
I would never do such a thing to you, Elsie. Yes, I'm the one who truly loves you.
This is really cool for a lot of different reasons. There was this immediate response to the stimulus, which was this accidental hit, and very appropriate word choices in response to that. Ouch, sad. And then also expressing preference for a different human, perhaps suggesting that she's disappointed in Mary Robinette, which is so cool. I mean, how many times have you stepped on your cat or dog's paw? I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Do they know? I hope they know. And you feel so bad. And here is a way for Mary Robinette to understand more precisely what is going on in Elsie's head. And it's funny.
Stranger, come outside. Stranger, outside.
This is awesome. This dog reminds me a lot of Bunny. One of the questions I get a lot is, does Bunny bark less now that she has the ability to communicate with buttons? And the answer is no. And one of the reasons why she doesn't bark less is because I acknowledge, listen to, and respond to all forms of communication from Bunny, from all my learners. And that's what's going on here. This dog presses stranger outside and then barks as well. Multiple forms of communication, maybe land the point in a more definitive way. The guardian responds and they go look.
Do talking cats talk to themselves? The answer is maybe.
Careful.
It's 4 a.m. and Finn knows he's not supposed to hit the buttons. So is he telling himself to be careful not to hit them while he's playing, or is he telling the toy? Also, this isn't an ad or anything, but this toy is from Mr. McFloofy Pants and it's their favorite. I'm not sure if this next part was an accident or on purpose.
Here.
Could go either way. He knows he's not supposed to hit the buttons or I'll hear them and wake up. So 50-50. In just a second, I think, is when he realizes he's been pushing buttons when he wasn't supposed to. I love his little face here.
This is awesome. I don't know a ton about developmental psychology in children, but obviously there's a stage where they babble, where they sort of like try language on for size. And I think we see that in a lot of our learners too, especially when they're first learning how buttons function. They'll press a button, look at the human, see what the outcome is, press buttons in combination to see what the outcome is. It's part of the learning process for them. And I often get the question, do learners press buttons when nobody is around? And obviously that varies from household to household, but yeah, a lot of learners press buttons when nobody's around. So I'd be really curious to know whether that's exploratory or whether they're talking to themselves or whether they're talking to someone who they think can hear them. Either way, I don't have the answers, but it's a fascinating question.
I was watching a crime documentary, and this is how Flounder feels about it.
Oh my goodness, you want to have me, please? Are you sick of these Josh Larry? Okay. I just want to have TV on, yes. Yes. She's evil. Oh, she actually misunderstood abused victim.
It's funny to see the preferences that our animal companions have that we would never have expected. There are dogs who are using Alexa to express musical preferences. Flounder obviously is obsessed with Pocahontas and not true crime documentaries. And I just don't know how we'd get that specificity of communication in another way. I mean, I guess we could watch Body, we could like put on true crime and see what the cat or dog does, put on Pocahontas and see what the cat or dog does. This allows us to very quickly and very efficiently give to our learners what they want, when they want it. It's an element of choice control and agency that I feel like they really haven't had before.
It is a good smell.
Since they're chocolate, he didn't get any.
Some of my favorite posts are when dogs use buttons to communicate how they experience the world through their primary sense, which is olfaction. For example, Bunny pressing smell otter ear when he has an ear infection. Good smell with chocolate cookies. Too bad Curiosity couldn't have one. But I love trying to understand their sensory experience. There's a book called What Is It Like to Be a Bat or something like that. And we can't know, because as much as we can understand how they move through the world and what their primary senses are, those aren't ours. So any little insight offered through these systems about how our learners experience the world seems like a huge win to me.
Team. Team. Team.
I think Teen went downstairs. Oh.
Team. Team.
Well, you got him here. Hi, Teen. Thanks for coming.
So cool. I've read that cats mostly meow at humans, that the meow isn't for other cats. They use primarily body language to communicate. There are other sounds, obviously, like hisses and chatters and, you know, sounds like that. But the meow is for the humans. So I'm wondering, how would he have called Teen up another way? Both cats obviously have been conditioned to their names. So maybe this was the most effective method for bringing a cat that was out of range of other cat sounds or the visual stimulus of cat body language, if that was the most direct method for getting him upstairs. And if so, that's really, really cool, because it's giving him an option to communicate with other non-humans that he didn't previously have. It's fascinating.
I'm having a bad pain flare here, and I didn't tell him anything. I didn't press a button. I didn't call him over.
Angry.
I don't think he's actually angry here.
Angry.
I think he thinks something's wrong.
Angry, Harvey. Mummy doesn't feel
Angry.
good either.
I use this as an opportunity to model emotions.
I'm gonna cuddle. Mummy's feeling sad.
Cuddle. Mummy. Sad. Harvey. Angry.
A cuddle.
Cuddle.
Harvey's very in tune with my emotions, so we have a cuddle for a bit. Nothing changes with me. I still feel horrible, but he stays, and that helps more than you'd think. There is something just magical about a cat purring against your chest. Then, just when you think it was getting all deep and meaningful, and completely on brand,
Meat.
therapy session over, we are back to the normal agenda.
This is really cool because not only are we seeing a ton of cats and dogs and other species advocating for themselves when they're in discomfort or in emotional distress of some sort, but we're seeing them advocate in really profound ways for their human guardians as well, which just demonstrates how powerful these relationships are and how incredible this tool is for creating a deeper level of communication and understanding that potentially can't be there in any other way.
I didn't teach my cat to talk overnight.
Bedtime.
I used shaping. That just means rewarding small steps towards the final behaviour. In this case, pressing a button. First I let her investigate the button and rewarded any interaction with a treat. Looking at it, sniffing it, pawing it. Then I slowly raised the criteria, only rewarding closer and closer actions, like her lightly tapping it until she put enough weight on the button. And then she got a massive jackpot reward. No forcing or pushing, just letting her figure it out. Her first button was treat, as she's very food motivated. You can pick any word, but the first buttons should be your cat's biggest motivators. I constantly modelled in real time. For example, repeating the word food and pressing her food button at meal times. Over time, she realised she could use them herself to independently communicate. It's really just patience, consistency, heavy modelling, and rewarding small wins.
This is an awesome video talking about the process of teaching a cat to use buttons. She talks about shaping, which is rewarding small incremental steps towards a target behavior, which is what you see in this video. She talks about the importance of consistent modeling, using your words. All of these are the foundational steps to teaching any learner to communicate with buttons. This is a wonderful video, and I would recommend that you watch it in its entirety and follow these steps. See if they help you and your own cat learn to communicate with buttons.
Subscribe.